morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, we need to take a look back at Generations. You see, I've been having a little bit of a think lately about all this Pokémon 25th anniversary stuff, and we know that we are expecting a proper 25th anniversary, well, a booster pack set at some point, though we don't know exactly what it's going to look like. Well, we did have one of these for the 20th anniversary, and it was Generations. Now, it's all a little bit weird, of course, because Generations was one of those sets that only came around in special packs. You couldn't go and buy a booster box of Generations. You would have to go and buy some kind of special pack, and then there would be booster packs in there. And we've had that this year already with Shining Fates, but Shining Fates was not a 25th anniversary collection because it doesn't have the 25th anniversary logo all over it. So we're still waiting for our 25th anniversary set, which we think is going to be like Evolutions, in that it's going to be an older throwback set with homages all over the place, and it is going to be a proper set with boosters and all of that. But then again, Evolutions wasn't really a 20th anniversary set in that it had the logo plastered all over it. It was just clearly a bit of a celebration set. So it's all a bit weird. But I wanted to look back at Generations, because Generations is 5 years old now. And I wanted to check in and see what's happened to the price of these sealed products. And it ranges from, hang on a second, that's a bit more expensive, to over the top wowza. Now, if you do want to go getting Generations nowadays, it seems like your best option is to pick up these mythical collections. Now, these mythical collections are very, very cool. What these mythical collections have is you get the set with a pin badge, and you get a promo card, and you get a couple of packs of the set. I believe it's only 2 booster packs in there. The thing is, I say these are your best options nowadays. They're generally selling for somewhere in the region of $100. You see the 3 most recent listings there. There was a Meloetta that sold for, well, a best offer was accepted on a $100 listing. There was a Genesect where a best offer was accepted on a $90 listing, and a Mew where a best offer was accepted on a $190 listing. There were a bunch of these. They all featured mythical Pokemon, and it was basically kind of one a month for a little while. And certainly some of them are cheaper than others. So we saw that there was a Genesect and a Meloetta that came in at under $70 when they were bid on, because they are not amongst the most popular. Whereas trying to get a Mew for under $100, you know, there were 2 Mew that sold for pretty much dead on $100, and it's not a best offer accepted or anything like that. Mew does seem to be the most popular of them, so yeah. If you want to get a Mew, then you will occasionally find it slightly cheaper. There will be some auctions that come in a little bit lower, but safe to say trying to get Mew for under $100 is going to be a little bit of a challenge. But you get a couple of booster packs, and you get the pin, and you get your promo card. Incidentally, the promo cards really are not worth very much at all here, which I find very interesting indeed. I mean, we can pick up a Mythical Collection Mew promo pretty easily for like $15. So the promo isn't this hugely expensive promo. It really is the sealed product that people are all after. So that's a little bit weird. If you want these Generations promos, you're going to be doing all right. Of course, the real headline product that a lot of people are after nowadays is the Elite Trainer Box, and it's fair to say that the Elite Trainer Boxes for Generations are pretty gosh darned expensive. The rule here basically is, if you can pick one up for $700, bearing in mind this was a $50 product 5 years ago, this is 14 times the price in a 5-year span. If you can pick one up, yeah, $700 is about the lowest you're going to be looking for there. Generations Elite Trainer Boxes are very, very expensive. Now, we need to pause the video at this stage to go, well, hang on a second, what's he? Because we've had sets like this lately. We've seen Hidden Fates, and we've seen Shining Fates, and we've seen Champion's Path, all of which have had these fancy Elite Trainer Boxes. And these are Elite Trainer Boxes for special sets where you can't buy booster boxes, where you do get the promo inside. Well, Does that mean that in 5 years' time, Shining Fates, Champions Path, and Hidden Fates Elite Trainer boxes are going to be worth $700? I mean, maybe. It's hard to predict the future, but probably not. And the reason is extremely simple. The reason why Generations has gone so high up is because most people weren't buying it to keep it sealed. People were cracking open their Elite Trainer boxes. And that means that the amount of sealed Elite Trainer boxes for Generations is significantly lower, which means the price jumps up. But for Champions Path and Shining Fates and Hidden Fates, I know so many people that are keeping these sealed on the off chance. And maybe they end up jumping up in value. That is absolutely possible. But the fact of the matter is, it is not looking anywhere near as likely. If we look at Hidden Fates Elite Trainer boxes at the moment, bearing in mind these are already a couple years old, they're selling for like $120, $130, which is fine, but those reprints, like I've said, they have been coming in lately, and maybe the reprints stop and it goes up to $700, but I would be surprised. The thing that makes Generation such an expensive set is because back in the 20th anniversary, as opposed to the 25th anniversary, people were not going crazy buying up all the products and keeping them sealed because they'll be worth loads later. Now, the other big set we saw was the Super Premium Mewtwo and Mew collection. Now, this was really cool because it did come with a lovely model. Oh yeah, as well as an art book and a couple of promos and a bunch of packs. I mean, call me silly, but I think this is a lot cooler than the Elite Trainer box just as a product. It's a really cool product. And this is coming in somewhere between $500 and $600. You'll see the sold listings I've shown you here. You're talking $480, $500, $607. They're a little over the place. You'll get it slightly cheaper than an Elite Trainer box, and you don't get as many booster packs here. The Elite Trainer box does come with 10, which really is awesome. But having said that, as a product, this is just cooler because you get the art book and the promos and the model as well as the booster pack. So if I'm going and spending silly money on Generations, I am definitely going for this here. Now at this stage, some of you might be thinking, well, hang on a second, Wassy. What about booster packs? What are we paying for booster packs? And the answer is we are paying about $170 for an art set. Now, art set, people like buying booster packs as art sets, especially older booster packs. That is, you get one of each art. And Generations did go really, well, I suppose to chalk, because they went, right, the free Stage 2 first partner Pokemon from Gen 1 and Pikachu. So you've got Charizard, Pikachu, Blastoise, and Venusaur, which, understandable, I suppose. But you're going to be going back about $170 if you want to pick up one of them. Now, there were a couple of other products that were released. These were collections. Now, these collections are a little bit different depending on where you are in the world. So if we have a look at Blastoise here, it's selling for just over $200, but you'll notice there is a European version and an American version. The American version comes with a Blastoise model, and the European version comes with a Jumbo Blastoise. For anyone that's wondering, I don't know if the law is still the same, but certainly at the time there was a European law to do with plastics, which basically meant you couldn't sell those plastic figures in the packs over here, but you could in the US, which is why we ended up with the Jumbo promos. I do, thinking about it, actually have a set of the free figures, the Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard. If anyone can remember who sent them to me, I would love to remember. Someone sent them to me and it was super, super kind of them, and I'm incredibly grateful. But for the life of me, I can't remember who it was because it was 5 years ago. One thing I do find rather interesting here is that there isn't really a huge difference. Like, I just showed you the Blastoise going for about $200-ish, and here we got listings for the Pikachu and the Charizard that were selling for $260. And you would generally expect the Pikachu and Charizard to be selling for quite a bit more, but that's not actually the way it shapes out here. These are all somewhere in the region of $200 to $250-ish. like I say, it does fluctuate around here and there, and these products are 5-year-old products. There's not a million of them being sold. The prices are going to fluctuate around, but that's roughly what you're looking at. We're coming up to the 25th anniversary, and that really got me thinking today about generations and what the price of those products has gone up to. So I figured this was a pretty good time to actually go and have a look. I should mention, as a terribly sad side note, that Mewtwo and Mew Super Premium collection I don't think got a European release because of the figure, and that makes me extremely sad indeed. Do stop me in the comment section if I remember that wrong. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it's over to you guys. I want to know what you think about Generations. I want to know what you've got stashed away. I have got a couple of the Mythical collections sealed because I just never got around to opening them. And I do have a couple of the boxes, but they're open, and at least one of them is Italian. I don't have the sealed Generations collection. I probably should, but that's on me, ladies and gentlemen. That's on me. And we all know I'm just going to wait eventually and just open them on this channel, because that is far more like me than keeping them sealed for 20 years and selling them. So tell me your Generations memories, your Generations collection, your Generations thoughts in the comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at The Wassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.